session 2 of the 5-part series with myself, Hayley, one of the exercise physiologists from UHM Cardiac Rehab. I've been doing a series of strength-based exercise regimes for you to follow, and this is the second one. So if you've had a go at the first session and found that you are now able to progress onto this second series, this is going to be the same sort of exercises, or targeting the same muscle groups at least, but a higher intensity, either with added weight or increased variation of that exercise. Okay, so we're still going to be going over that one set of 12 repetitions. We're still focusing on being between light and somewhat hard. So hopefully the last exercise you've got a little bit easier and now you're ready to progress up. But you're still looking for those exercises to be here. If they're too hard, think about reining it in a little bit. If you find things really easy, you could always progress up onto our session 3, which will be a little bit tougher than this one. So this is going to be a mixture of standing and sitting exercises. So again, just pick and choose as what suits you really, but go off this gauge of the board scale to see whether or not these levels of exercises are right for you at the moment. As always, make sure your space is clutter free. I've got a nice sturdy chair and ventilation with the window open as well. There's going to be 8 exercises today, as I'm introducing a new core-based exercise as well as lower body and upper body. As I said, it'll still be the one set of 12 repetitions, focusing on some of the major muscle groups. These exercises are to be performed 2 to 3 times a week, with a minimum of a day's rest in between, and you would do these alongside your balance, Tai Chi, posture exercises, and also your aerobic capacity exercises as well. Okay, so as always, you need to make sure we warm up. So we're looking for approximately a 10-minute warm up, and then we're also going to cool down at the end just to get everything settled. So today's warm up I'm going to do standing. If you feel better to do it seated or even holding onto the back of the chair like so, that's absolutely fine. Equipment today, you want something slightly heavier than the tins of beans that we used in the first session. So you're looking for dumbbells, or it's even a good idea to get some empty 4-pound milk cartons, fill them with water. They equate to about 2 kilos. So if you wanted to increase in the weight, that's the way to do it. So we're going to start off with a warm up, okay? So feet shoulder width apart, make sure you've got your nice and cool, really good posture. If you feel the need to hold onto the back of the chair for balance, please do so. Okay? So what we're going to do is start with a gentle march. So we're going to march on the spot. Just getting that blood circulating, getting the heart and breathing rate increased, ready for the strength-based exercises. So, as I said before, this warm-up might not be as vigorous as some of the things that you would do in the aerobic type exercises, and that's because your heart rate doesn't tend to go quite as high as it would do with the aerobic exercises, but we still need that blood flow to be going around to the muscles that will be using it throughout the session. Okay, keeping that march on the spot going. Well done. Well done, and we're going to go into a heel dig. Just tapping those heels forward. Well done. It's all about just getting your body warmed up ready. Heel dig forward like this, keep going. About a minute each for these exercises. And the different movements, the directions that our body goes in for this warm-up are all related to the strength-based exercises you'll do in the main content of the workout. Well done. What you want to do now, I'm going to tap to the side, back to the middle, out to the side. Always trying to keep your feet about shoulder width apart. Warming up the hips now. Like I say, you need to hold on to the back of the chair whilst you do these exercises. Full support with your balance, absolutely fine. Well done. I know this isn't always the most entertaining bit, but this is safe and important that we exercise doing a warm up before we do the main component, just so your heart rate and your breathing rate come up nice and gradually and don't rush into exercise. Okay, back to that march on the spot. Okay. So we're going to keep our toes wiggling back on the floor, but you're going to bring your arms up, back down to your side, keeping those toes wiggling. You want to do a little march on the spot whilst you do it as well, that's absolutely fine. Keep it going. Okay, so keep those feet moving. We're going to circle those wrists. And the other way. Okay, let's get the shoulders involved. Keeping those feet moving. Turn shoulder roll backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So back to a bit of a bigger march on the spot now, getting those arms involved as well, a bit of a swing going there, just to get the body warmed up. Well done. Keep it going, hopefully your heart rate will be increasing, you'll be feeling a little bit warmer. Might be slightly more short of breath, that's all absolutely fine. Good. Well done. So now what you're going to do, you can hold on to the back of the chair if you want to, just nice steps backwards, keeping that posture nice and upright. Just a nice step backwards. Good. Well done. Keep it going. Just about getting your body nice and warm now. Brilliant. And we'll just go back to that march on the spot again. And we're going to go back into the side taps that we did before, but add a little bit of upper body there as well. Are you ready? So step out, reach, grab to the middle. Step, grab to the middle. You want to stick with just legs, that's fine. If you get your arms involved, just progressing that warm up slightly. And then well done. Brilliant. Well done. Keep it going. A couple of more repetitions. Back to that march on the spot. So you're going to bring your arms up to chest height, palms facing away. Push away from you, pull back in. Push away from you, pull back in. Push, all at shoulder height, back in. Or chest height, should I say, keeping those feet moving. Back in. Out. Back in. Back around. If your arms are aching, just shake them out a little bit. Zoom back in. Push them out. Push them out. Couple more reps. Push out. Okay, you're going to go back, just to tapping those toes out in front. And then one arm will come out in front as well, just to shoulder height, just reaching out in front until we've got that straight arm. Just demonstrate that from the side. Well done. Just that march on the spot for the last few seconds, getting that heart rate up, nice big swing with the arms. Should be feeling a little bit warmer now, ready for the main content of today's session. Nearly there. That while longer. Okay, so hopefully we've worked all the muscle groups now, we're warmer, should feel slight shortness of breath, a little bit of an increase in heart rate and a little bit warmer. And that means we're ready for exercise. So you should be feeling around this light area now with your body after that warm up. Okay, so like I say, 8 exercises today, one set of 12 repetitions for each of these exercises. As I said on the previous video, but if you're new, I always encourage you to count your repetitions out loud, so count what rep you're on as you're doing the exercise, because this helps to regulate your breathing. What I don't want is any breath holding, nice regulated breathing, so if you count 1, 2, 3, count your repetitions, that means you're breathing correct. I'm going to go over what the correct form and correct posture for all of these different exercises and what major muscle groups I'm targeting with the exercises today, and what exercises help to prevent falls, improve your quality of life, and also help your general heart health as well. Like I say, 2 to 3 times a week for these sorts of exercises with a minimum of 1 day's rest in the middle, and you should notice the benefit. If you do this session today and it seems really easy, go on to session 3, which hopefully should be a little bit harder and a little bit higher in intensity. So, grab a drink of water if you need to, make sure you stay hydrated throughout the session. But without further ado, I'll get started with the exercise session. So, the first exercise we're going to do today is going to be the sit to stand, which focuses on the quadriceps and also the glute muscle, which is your bottom muscle. So, you want to start with your feet shoulder width apart and your toes, pointing out slightly. Nice proud chest, nice and upright, and I want to encourage you to really cross your arms or have your arms out directly in front of shoulder pad. And what you're going to do is you're going to drive forwards through the feet and allow your legs to help you stand up. So we'll reach a nice full extension with straight legs at the top. Sit back down, nice controlled motion. So I don't want you just plonking back down. Nice controlled movement back down. Feet should stay in the same place. Head and chest nice and upright, elbows upright should help keep that chest up. Drive through the feet, nice and upright, control back. Drive through the feet, control back down. So we're going to do one set of 12 repetitions of this exercise. Okay. You ready? I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, count your reps with me. Back down. Up. 2, 3, now controlled movement. 4, 5, you feel it in your legs a little bit now. 6, that's halfway. 7, 8, 9, nearly there. These can get particularly hard. 10, one more, keeping that chest nice and upright. 12, well done. So those can get you a little bit short of breath. You're working a lot of the major muscle groups there during that exercise, but it's really good at transferring to your day-to-day activities and also improving being able to get up and get about without having to always push up off your legs. We need to get these leg muscles and the bottom muscles stronger. So feet flat on the floor, big drives to the feet. Well done. So that's the first exercise done. Second exercise we're going to do today, we're going to do sat down. I'm going to grab my dumbbells, but you can still use your tins of beans or your milk cartons or any sort of weight that you might have around the house. Just pick a weight that's going to be sitting between this light and somewhat hard. If you can do 12 repetitions really easy and it feels like you're not doing very much, you might need to consider going a little bit heavier with the weight. Okay? So, next one we're going to do is a chest press. So we're going to sit on the seat, feet shoulder width apart again, nice 90 degrees, bending the knee just so you've got a nice stable base there. Bringing the weights up to the chest position here, elbows nice and high, so you're not here, elbows. And push out, just to chest high, back in. Push out, back in. Okay, so you feel it in the chest muscles and also in the shoulders as well. Count your repetitions, don't hold your breath, and just pick a weight that's going to be comfortable to you. If you start doing it and it feels too heavy, just pop the weights down, carry on with your body weight, or just go a little bit lighter with the weights that you're using. Okay, so I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nice and controlled. 8, count the reps with me. 9, 10, 11, 12. Back in, well done. So you should have felt that along the chest muscles there and a little bit in the shoulders with it being a static movement here. Okay, well done. Pop that to the side. So because we've done chest and upper body exercise now, we're going to go back down to lower limb. I'm going to stand back up for this one now and turn the chair around. So we did calf raises in the last session, so now we're going to do standing calf raises. So feet shoulder width apart. You're going to come up onto your tiptoes, lower back down whilst holding onto the back of your chair. Okay, so head and chest nice and upright, nice straight posture. Holding onto the chair, up, control back down. Okay, 12 repetitions of this. Count your reps with me, nice control movement. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, count the reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, feel it in the calves, 8, here, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Well done. So you might have a little bit of ache, a little bit of tension in the muscles that were working. That's perfectly normal. Of course, if there's any sharp or severe pain, stop the exercise immediately. Just join back in with the next one when you feel able to. But a little bit of uncomfortableness should be working the muscle, that's fine. But pain, no, just stop. Carry on when you feel that you're ready to. Okay, so we've done a lower body exercise. what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into upper body exercise. So before we were sat down in session 1 when we were doing our diagonal front raise, we're going to go back to that. We'll add a little bit more weight as you feel able to. Obviously go off the ball scale. If you're finding it very hard or heavy, raise the weight back in. If you find it too easy, add a little bit more weight. You will normally find with upper body progressions, you'll go up by like 1 kilo as you progress in, and normally with lower body exercises you increase by about 2 to 3 kilos as an average, just so that you know where you're at with everything. So 12 repetitions, count the reps with me, don't hold your breath. We're going to do it standing, so this means you've got more range of movement. And we're just going out diagonal to the front. You should feel it in the shoulder muscles here. Make sure you count your repetitions, don't hold your breath. Each shoulder width apart. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nice controlled movements. 6, 7, count the reps with me. 8, feel it in the shoulders now. 9, 10, nearly there. 11, one more. 12, well done. So I can definitely feel it in my shoulders there, so hopefully you did too. Shouldn't be any pain, just a little bit of discomfort while you're overloading the muscle with the way that you're working, but perfectly normal. You should start to feel the aching sensation when you get to rep 10, 11, 12 towards the end of the stretch. Okay, looking to be between light and somewhat hard towards the end. So we've done upper body exercises, back down to lower body exercises. I'm going to move these dumbbells out the way. So you are going to need a chair for this, unless you're really good at balance. So we're going to be working the hip flexors, and we're going to do an exercise called ab and adduction. It's basically the leg goes swings out to the side. You should feel it in the hip and in the bottom muscle a little bit as well. So hands on the chair for support, nice upright body. What we don't want is any leaning like this. You want to keep your hips nice and square on. Oh, don't kick your weight. Out, back in. Out, back in. Okay, we're going to do 12 on one leg, 12 on the other. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart, make sure you've got a good strong core, good posture for your balance. Head and chest facing forward, count your repetitions with me. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, back to the middle. 3, 4, try not to lean. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, well done, keep going. 10, 11, keeping that leg straight. 12, good, you should feel that around that hip area. Swap this round so you can see the other way. 12 reps on the other leg, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just to a range of movement that's comfortable for you. 8, 9, nearly there. 10, 11, I can feel it now. 12, good. Feel that in the bottom muscles and around the hips, definitely. Means that you're doing it right if you can feel it there. Well done. Like I say, might be getting a little bit short of breath. Also, what I would say is if you're doing single leg exercises, which we will go through a few different various exercises like that, you will always find that you've got one leg or one arm slightly stronger than the other. Perfectly normal, and if anything, doing things with one leg each side help to try and match them up and get you more symmetrical with your muscle balance as well. Okay, so done the lower body exercise, let's give that a bit of a breather. We're going to go back to upper body exercise. So I'm going to grab my dumbbells because I want to increase the intensity during session 2. You're going to do a bicep curl. Now, you can either hold them to the side like so, or with your fingertips facing away from you, personal preference. Do weight the muscles slightly differently, but the principle is the same. Okay, so nice controlled movement bringing the weight up to your shoulders so that your knuckles are facing away from you at the top. Controlled movement back down. So controlled doesn't mean really slow, just means no swinging about, nice steady movement. Feet shoulder width apart as always. I want you to count your repetitions with me. Grab a quick drink of water if you need to, make sure you stay hydrated. So hopefully we're ready. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2. Count the reps with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, and 12. Brilliant. Pop the dumbbells down. So you should have felt that in the bicep region there, which is the front top of your arm. So, done an upper body exercise, like I say, with the weight, go off how you feel. If it's somewhat hard, spot on. If it's feeling heavy, you might need to bring the weight down, or if you feel that your form's decreasing, so if your movement for bicep curl starts being a bit, trying to swing it up, not ideal. We want nice straight posture, really controlled movement with these repetitions. Well done. So we've done an upper body. We're going to go back down to lower body. We've just got a couple more exercises to do. Okay, well what we're going to do now is back steps. If I move this dumbbell halfway, bring the chair back, and we're going to just work on the posterior chain, which is sort of the back muscles, hamstring and bottom muscles. We're going to do some back steps. So you're going to stand shoulder width apart. You're literally just going to swing your leg back, keeping that upright position here. Don't want you to lean forward, back to the middle, back to the middle, back to the middle. Okay, easy as that first one. So 12 on one leg, 12 on the other. Okay, are we ready? I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, nearly there, 12, and relax. So swap it over. You obviously just swap legs, but you can swap sides so you can see. Nice upright position, keeping the hips square on forward. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nearly there, 9, 10, feeling it in the hamstrings, 11, back one, 12, fantastic. Okay, you can have to sit down for this last exercise. So what's new now is I'm going to introduce more of a core based exercise. Also work the hip flexors as well, which is normally linked to your tummy muscles and your hips and the top of your thighs. So we're going to do 12 on each leg, and we're going to do a knee raise. So sit back in your chair and you're focusing on just lifting your knee up as high as you comfortably can, and that contracts the tummy muscles here. Back down. Okay? So we're going to go up, back down. We're not leaning forward, nice and upright still, just trying to bring the knee up as high as comfortable. Okay, hand up for this one, hand on the side of your chair if you can, just for a little bit of support. With the core muscles that are working. 12 on one leg, 12 on the other. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going. 9, I can feel it. 10, 11, one more on this leg, 12, good. Flop it over. You might feel at the top of your thigh here, this is your hip flexors into your core working. Ready? Other leg. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, past halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more, 12, well done, and relax. So that's the set of exercises done for today's session. I'm just going to get you to go through a cool down with me now, nice and relaxed, and that's session 2 done. Like I said, if you want to increase the intensity of this exercise, you can either increase the weight that you're using or even increase the sets and repetitions that you're doing. So today I've just used 1 set of 12, but you could do 2 sets of 12. So you go through a set of 12, rest for a minute and perform the exercise again, and that would increase the fatigue and overload and then also making it a little bit more difficult. Like I said, you don't have to go from session 2 straight to session 3. It's about just sticking at a session that suits you until you've got that foundation ready for the next step up. Okay, we'll get the cool down done now. I'm going to move the chair out of the way. I'm just going to start with a nice steady march on the spine. Stay nice and gentle now, this is just getting your heart rate back down again. Well done. Fantastic. And we'll just go to those toe taps, forward and backwards. Remember, you can do these holding a chair if you feel that you need to help with your balance, your posture and your balance. Well done. And we'll take that out to the side. Just nice little steps. You're just looking to get everything settled down again now. Well done. Circle those wrists for me. You can go back to a march if you want to. Circling those wrists. And the other way. And shoulder rolls. We'll do 10 of these. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and forward again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And grab your chair again, please. I'm just going to sit down, pop that leg out, and we're just going to do some ankle rolls. 10 one way, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 2, 8, 9, 10. And relax. So that's session 2 all done. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. As I said in previous sessions, if you get a little bit of aching or soreness in the muscles for the next day or 2, that's very normal. It's just your muscles telling you that you've done the exercise today. Quite a normal sensation to feel. Like I say, you don't have to progress on, just see how you felt today. If you just want to stick with session 2 and the intensity that is at, and just maybe increase the weight or the repetition, feel free to do so. But if you felt this was easy, feel free to check out session 3 on the next one and see how you get on. See you soon, take care.